Hello you guys, and welcome back to another reaction video. So in today's video, we're going to be reacting to Trump's mandate for all federal workers to go back to the office in January. I'm just going to go ahead and we're going to watch the video together, and then I'm going to give my commentary about it at the end. And before we get started, you guys, make sure that you hit that thumbs up and like, share, and subscribe to help me out in the algorithm, okay? So let's get straight into this video.
And staying in the United States, Donald Trump has warned federal employees that they must return to the office or risk being dismissed from their duties. The latest warning is the loudest threat yet, and it comes weeks after Donald Trump's allies, particularly Elon Musk and Vivek Ramaswamy, said they are in fact committed to ending work from home for all federal employees. The two billionaires have been picked by Donald Trump to lead the Department of Government Agency, or DOGE.
Order federal workers to get back to the office in person or be terminated from the job immediately. And we will create the new Department of Government Efficiency headed by Elon Musk.
Now, more than 2 million federal employees are eligible for work from home, which was implemented after the coronavirus pandemic outbreak 4 years ago. And Donald Trump's plan to sack the civil service employees would face massive resistance and even legal challenges. This is because many of the federal employees are covered by union agreements that guarantee some form of remote work. In fact, several workers have had their contracts extended just recently after approval by outgoing President Joe Biden. Federal data shows that almost 1 million employees that have the benefit of year-round remote work, with a record 10% of jobs being fully remote. Now, despite Donald Trump's threats, federal labor unions have pledged to oppose the forceful return to the office.
AFGE embraces a work environment that includes full in-person, alternate work schedules, telework, and full remote work to best serve the needs of our members and staff. It's in a lot of labor contracts, and at a lot of these agencies, the reality is they don't have the place to put people to force them back 5 days a week.
Meanwhile, Elon Musk continues to be against remote work for federal employees and has called for the return of all workers to the office by January of next year.
Requiring federal employees to come to the office 5 days a week would result in a wave of voluntary terminations that we welcome. If federal employees don't want to show up, American taxpayers should not pay them for the COVID-era privilege of staying home. With a decisive electoral mandate and a 6-3 conservative majority on the Supreme Court, DOGE has a historic opportunity for structural reductions in the federal government. We are prepared for the onslaught from entrenched interests in Washington. We expect to prevail.
Now, Musk has called work from home morally wrong and unfair to people who show up to the office 5 days a week. However, it must be noted that Musk-owned firm Tesla has positions that offer complete remote work with lucrative salaries up to $270,000 per year. Now, it's still uncertain how the incoming administration will in fact implement a return to the office. The numerous legal safeguards protecting these workers appears airtight. Though Trump might have the judges on his side, it's unclear if he also has the law.
All right, so let's get into my thoughts on the federal mandate. Well, me personally, I agree with Trump and Elon. I feel like that the federal workers should be mandated to go back to work. The work from home aspect was created for COVID, to accommodate what the country was going through at that time, okay? So it's like, now that COVID is over, what is the excuse for y'all still being at home? I'm a firm believer in that if you don't show up for work, then you shouldn't be paid. But yet these people are allowed to not show up at work, and then we are still forced as the American taxpayer to pay them. That makes absolutely no sense to me. I feel like it's unfair that they get to sit at home, not come to work, but still get a paycheck off the expense of the taxpayers' dollars. I really agree with Trump and Elon that it is very unfair to allow that to happen. I feel like they should go back to work in January. And if you don't want to comply with the mandate, then you voluntarily quit. It's just really that simple for me. I got some other videos that I'm going to react to, kind of pertaining to this situation. But I just feel like it is a lot of wasteful government spending going on, especially when it comes to paying these government officials. I feel like, that's another one of the reasons why the taxes and stuff are being constantly increased, because we are paying for something that I feel like is not working efficiently. The majority of Americans don't agree with how the government is running. A lot of Americans don't agree that the government is running efficiently. So with that being said, let's bring them all back to the office, figure out, where the problem is, and let's eliminate that. How can we figure out what a problem is when you have people just sitting at home? You can say that you're working and then not even really be working. You see what I'm saying? So in order to cut some of that out, I feel like they are doing the right thing for the American people. Like, I feel like the American people deserve this. They deserve to know where their money is going and who it's going to. If it's not of any value, why should you be there? If you are unwilling to get up in the morning and show up for your job, why should we be forced to pay you? That's just really my opinion and my take on it. Let me know in the comments, you guys, how do you feel about this situation? About the federal workers not showing up for work, and then us as the American people still being forced to pay for it. Because essentially when we show up to work, we're getting federal taxes taken out of our check to pay their salaries. So it's just like, if I don't show up, I don't get paid. So why should you not show up and still get paid off the expense of my labor? That's just my opinion, but let me know in the comments, you guys, your opinions on this. And once again, make sure you hit that like button on this video and also subscribe to the channel. And yeah, I will see you guys in my next reaction video.